Good morning, friends. Good afternoon, friends. Anybody want to go for sleep? You can say good night itself. I don't think so. They will not allow anyone to sleep. Okay, so we're discussing about the taxation. Already we had successful 4 sessions, 2 GST and 2 sessions of tax each. Now today mainly we'll be discussing about all the 5 heads of income and interconnected topics. Salary, small head of income. Salary format, basic pay, fully taxable. Allowances, HRA, what we discussed yesterday, for government or non-government, received minus exempted, taxable. Special allowances, received minus exempted, taxable. Any other allowance? Any birthday? Oh, very good. Oh, very good. Okay, I thought. Wish 1, 2, 3, start. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And Aman sir. Happy birthday to you. Hey, God bless you. You are one of the terrific student, very regular, very alert, very active student in the class, sir. Absolutely regular. God bless you always. Keep rocking, keep enjoying. Be happy always.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So you are sharing a birthday on one more very committed student of CAPS, sir. Your teacher, Aman sir. Aman sir's birthday today. So that is really nice. Okay, na? Karibaka,
Yes, sir.
He was just there only. Maybe in between when he's free, I'll just tell him to join. Okay, na? Chaitra want to wish him a happy birthday. Same to you. Very nice. You're looking beautiful also, as usual. Okay. So more. God bless you. Now moving on. So basic pay, allowances. Allowances only HRA, special allowance, matte any other allowance, let's say special allowance, city comp, anything given, fully taxable. Then comes the perquisites. What is perquisite? Anybody?
Benefit given to the employee.
Benefit or amenity which are provided to an employee, okay, in the incidental to office of employment antivi. Office of employment darshan, job designation. I am a peon in Aditi's company. She gives me Mercedes-Benz car. Whereas Pratibha is an accounts assistant. She gets a cycle. Whereas Chaitanya is the accounts manager. She gets a Etin Gadi. So depending upon the job designation, okay, so she provides the assets, perquisite. That is what, Anaga? Perquisites. Assets which are benefits which are incidental. 17 subsection 2 give the list. We'll go one by one slightly later. All those perquisites are taxable, read with rule 3. Then we have retirement benefits, what we discussed yesterday, 1010, 1010A, 1010A. Then if there is a special bonus, fees, commission, everything you add, that's called gross salary, gross total income, gross salary, less deductions under section 16. 16.1, earlier it was standard deduction. They omitted for almost a decade. They reintroduced 16.1A, IA, standard deduction straight 50,000 rupees, including pension employees. Because for pension employees also, salary pension is a salary. Family pension is not a salary. So even for a pensioner, sir, they'll get prajal up to 50,000 rupees. Next, 16.2 is entertainment allowance. Government or garment, you have to add. First, you have to add. Deduction kanda only for government employee. 1/5 of the basic pay Sangita, actual year received at a statute limit of 5,000 rupees. 16.3, professional tax or tax on employment. Borne by employer, add and deduct. 17.24 minus deduct. If it is borne by employee, only deduct. Only deduct. Understood? Fine. So then whatever the salary comes, difference about the salary. So we'll go through the perquisites in slightly detailed manner. All of you open the theory material given. Enable share screen, Baba. Chaitra, happy birthday, ma. Yeah. So, here we will read it. Print. All of you listening?
Yes.
Yes. I think we went up to section 7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ highlight ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಓದಿದ್ದು company residential status we just touched and left company Indian company is always resident foreign company if the poem is in India then 224 ಮತ್ತೆ income due to be received ಇದು 3 added accretion transport balance employer contribution these are all going to be added to salary ETCCD we'll see later 91 to 8 use the deemed income provisions. So yesterday we discussed plans money. Next, do dividend 80 to the power B LR left side, L right side. Then now dividend is fully taxable because the exemption has been withdrawn. That's of income item. So salary charging section. Salary is taxable on underline due or received wages, whichever is earlier. Arrears of salary is taxable in the received wages. Partner salary is not salary because there is no or the employer-employee relationship. Deductions for everyone 50,000 or whatever. 16.2 I discussed 16.3. Salary definition, wage salary all the three are inclusive definition. 70 all the three are very good. Salary includes wages, annuity, pension, whatever. Then last three items of section 7 on the as it is there. 17.2 perquisites, which is interconnected to rule 3. All of you in the class? Yeah.
Yes.
Interconnected rule 3. So Ramya will read, Shetty sir will comment. 17.2, Odama.
Perquisites. RFA to a non-employed director is not a perquisite.
Because whatever is given to the employee is covered here, not to others. To employer, member of the household. The word used. So perquisites can be given to who? Employee Sapna or to the member of the household. Member of the household is a very dangerous definition. Odama.
Spouse or spouses, parents, children and their spouses, servants and dependents of the employee.
So read this definition, extremely important. For the purpose of RFA, definition is slightly bigger. Spouse within the bracket, yes, Rahul, chance there. Then parents, children and their spouses, then servants and dependents of the employee. Next. So perquisite include first one is rent-free accommodation, 17.2.1. Rule 3.1. How do you compute the perquisite value? Focus on the material beautiful chart ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 200 pages ಗೆ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿ. Chart is important. Rent-free accommodation 17.2.1. 17.2 within the bracket 2 is what? Concessional RFA. RFA ಅಥವಾ concessional RFA. Both are same. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? Yeah. RFA or concessional RFA. Enable waiting room ಇದೆ. ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ ಯಾರು. ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Yeah, right. RFA ಅಥವಾ what? Concessional RFA. Now, perquisite is equal to 2 RMS. If it is owned by the employer, if the accommodation, so throughout the discussion, so Chaitra is the employer, she is the boss today. So I am the employee. If the accommodation owned by her, then X plus Y minus Z. If it is a government employer, X on the license fees. Whereas if it is non-government, it depends on which city. If it is a big city, population more than 25 lakh, 15% of the salary. Population between 10 to 25 lakh, it is a 10% of the salary. Whereas lesser than 10 lakh population, then you have to go by 7.5%. 15, 10 and 7.5%. For population above 25 lakh, above 10 lakh and below 10 lakh respectively. Whereas if the accommodation is rented by him, the maximum perquisite is left only 15%. Or actual hotel charges or rent charges, whichever is less. So actual accommodation charges or the 15% salary, whichever is less. Plus Y. What is Y? If the furniture is also given. Furniture means furnishing. You know, Sangeeta? Furnishing. Immanelli AC, TV, refrigerator, gas stove, yen kotu. 10% of the original cost or actual higher charges, whichever is applicable. So either if it is rented and given or owned and given, minus Z, that is the amount recorded from the employee. If you have been given a hotel accommodation, it is always furnished. Vacant land, so furnished. That's why Sneha SB Yadav. So furnished, if it is a hotel accommodation, it is 24% highest or actual hotel charges, whichever is less. minus Z, Y ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. This is about RFA and concession RFA. If you have been given another accommodation, okay, on transfer, then they say accommodation, first accommodation or second accommodation were both 90 days ki find out ಮಾಡಿ. Whichever is less. Beyond 90 days kotre, everything is fully taxable. Next, if hotel accommodation is given on transfer up to 15 days in aggregate, nothing is taxable. Beyond 15 days, everything is fully taxable. If accommodation is given in a remote area or onshore site, offshore site, people are not interested in working there. In that case, no perquisite, even though actually the accommodation is a bigger one, blah, blah, blah. Mainly the temporary structure ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. So if you have been given accommodation in a oil exploration site, a mining site, this is a risky area. That's why it is not at all taxable. 17.2.3. So 17.1.1, government employee, government license based, non-government as owned more than 25 lakh, 15% ಇಲ್ಲ beautiful ಆಗಿದೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Are enjoying? Almost everything I tried to cover here. About 25 lakh, 15% ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ, about 10 lakh, 25 lakh, 10% less than 7%. ಹೈಯರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ actual rent or higher charges 15% which are less. Hotel accommodation ಗೆ more than 15 days or transfer other from 24% of the actual salary or actual higher charges whichever less. Concessional RFA ನಲ್ಲಿ X plus Y minus Z ಅಂತ, minus Z ಅಂತ ಬರೋದೇ. Minus Z is when you recover that it should be reduced. Next, ಓದಮ್ಮ.
Annuity or benefit to specified employee. CS
annuity ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು amenity ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. Amenity ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್, ರಶ್ಮಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಮ್ಮ. Amenity or benefit to specified employees. So who is specified employee? ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ. Specified employee ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Who is specified employee?
Who has salary more than 50 years in a year. 50,000.
ತಾರಕ್ ಬರೀ specified employee ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Employee whose monetary salary, employee whose monetary, MONE, monetary salary after deduction under section 16 is greater than 50,000 per annum. Greater than 50,000 per annum. Or director employee. Moment you are a director, you are a specified employee. Deepa? Or director employee. Or employee having substantial interest of 20% or more. If these three conditions are satisfied, CS get are additionally taxable. CS get are additionally taxable. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜಾಗ ಇದ್ರೆ Mr. X basic pay 90,000. Car perquisite ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಕಾರ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ವಿಸಿಟ್ 3 lakh. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಪೇ 90,000 per annum. ಕಾರ್ ಪರ್ಕ್ವಿಸಿಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು? 3 lakh. Dash. Is a special employee or not special employee? Dash, right? Monetary salary 90,000 minus 50,000 is equal to 40,000. Dash, right? Are not taxable because he's not a special employee. DVKP are not taxable because he's not a special employee. Artha aita? Semicolon. Next. If next line. Example 2. Basic pay 1,20,000. Dash, right? Car is taxable. 120 minus 50, 70 agate. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Car is taxable. So if you are a specified employee, CS get. These are additionally taxable. Otherwise, any taxable. Next line. Example. RFA, comma, free meal in excess of 50 per meal. per meal, etc. are fully taxable for both above. Ibrigo or specified non-specified every taxable. This 5 matra tejaswini additionally taxable. Correct?
Yes.
Or additionally taxable. Okay, so car perquisite, imagine car kottaga, what are the benefits I am getting as an employee? Chaitra is giving me Mercedes-Benz car. Her car, I am getting a depreciation benefit. 10% of the original cost. Petrol also she is only paying for running and maintenance. That is also perquisite. She is also providing me a chauffeur. The driver, chauffeur driven car, right? Driver salary she pays, that's also taxable. So if perquisite arises because of 3 reasons: car owned by employer, depreciation; running and maintenance expense met by employer, paid by her; then driver salary paid by her. If it is fully used for my personal purposes, everything is taxable. If it is fully used for official purpose and you maintain a record, nothing is taxable. If it is partly, then depends. So big car and small car, above 1.6 liters and below. If running and maintenance expenses are met by the employer, car is also owned by employer, huge. So the big car, 2,400 per month. If it is small car, 1,800 per month. If the car is owned by employer but expenses are met by me, it is 900 per month and 600 per month, downward. Simple agi. A car belongs to her, expenses are met by me. So small car, Maruti 800 cc, below 1.6 liter Maruti, it is 900 per month. Whereas, 600 per month. 600 per month. If it is a big car, 1.5 times, 900 per month. If expenses are met by employer, car is also owned by employer, 900 into 2, 1,800 per month. If it is a big car, 1,800 plus first 600, 2,400 per month. 600, 900, 1,800, 2,400 per month, respectively. Arthat area, that is the figure you have to by heart, right? Sweeper, watchman, gardener, ella kade, CTC minus Z. What is borne by the employer minus Z. That. So it is a specified employees here perquisite. Next. CS get. CS get CT, mainly CTC minus Z. Which is the bracket. Car partly used. Car partly used. Partly used 600 per month / 900 per month. When R&M met by employee, running and maintenance expense met by employee. Semicolon. 900 into 2 extra 1,800 per month / per month. 2,000 per month. Otherwise, for 1.66 or above cars. Without a short and clean. Below 1.6, 600 or 1,800. Above 1.6, 900 or 2,400. Car owned by employer. Car owned by employer. Expense you meets accordingly perquisite. You have to by heart this. Right. Then employee's obligation. LIC policy of the employee. If the employer pays, it is going to be perquisite. Contribution to fund to effect assurance, insurance, or annuity. Assurance or annuity. Next. Set equity shares, rule 3, 8, and 9. Fair market value minus Z is taxable. If the listed shares go by the listed closing average price, if suppose if the list agilla, trade agilla, latest days closing rate. But unlisted valuation model. Next, this is important. Employer's contribution to 3 funds, very important. Approved superannuation fund, RPF and pension fund of EDCCD above 7.5 lakh fully taxable. This is in addition to about 12% RPF contribution. RPF about 12% taxable. This is in addition to that. This is the bracket. This is in addition to employer contribution 17 to 30. Mistake. Yeah. This is in addition to RPF contribution, employer contribution. RPF greater than 12%. RPF greater than 12%. RPF greater than 12%. So adra mele again interest, dividend, etc. being annual accretion. Whatever excess is adra mele income, adon beautiful problem ide revision biಟ್ಟು the RTP of last exam ಇರಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ ಇದೆರಡಕ್ಕೂ ರೆಫರ್ RTP for a beautiful question. RTP May 22 ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ maybe November 22. I'll do that problem later. Next, any other fringe benefits? Fringe benefits alla ಏನು ಈ ಫ್ರೀ ಫುಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ ಫುಡ್ greater than 50 per meal. Excess is taxable. Excess is taxable. ಇದನ್ನ ಭರತನಾಟ್ಯ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. Excess
ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ.
ಅವಳು ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ನೀನು ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಅವಳು ಎದ್ದೇಳೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಯಾ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕಡೆ
ಅದೇ ಅವಳು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀನು ಆ ಕಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಈ ಕಡೆ ಅವ್ರು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕುತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೀನ್ ನಂತರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾಪ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅವಳು ರಾಹುಲ್ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಹತ್ರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಪಕ್ಕ ಯಾ ಸೊ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಸಾರಿ ಏನದು ಫ್ರೀ ಮೀಲ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದನ್ 50 ಇದೆ ಎಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ 52 rupees 2 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಹಪ್ಪಳ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಂದೆ ಬೇಡ ಸೆಮಿಕಾಲನ್ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ 1 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಅದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಫಿಗರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ ಸರ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎದ್ದೇಳೋ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ up to 4,999 below 5,000 4,999 not taxable else fully taxable 5,000 is fully taxable that's important ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೂವೇಬಲ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ is equal to y ಪ್ರಜ್ಞಾಪೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇತ್ತು ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಇಗ್ನೋರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ ಅಲ್ವೇನೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಪಂಜಾಬ್ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು is equal to y is equal to 10% of the OC or actual hire charges same face actual hire charges. Next, transfer of movable assets. Suppose employer sells you transfer of movable assets, sells you mobile car adu heltaru. Yes, so transfer of movable assets in perquisitor original cost minus prescribed depreciation. Prescribed depreciation within the bracket is computers and electronic items very good Tejaswini 50% WDV comma motor car 20% WDV other items including TV etc. TV is not electronic item. Electronic item is the digital devices, scanners, adu barate. Including TV etc. 10% SLM for completed year of usage. Completed year. Fraction of the year ignore ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 3 years 9 months ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 years. 9 months ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Completed years of usage. ಓದೋದಾಗೆ. So you remember, so original cost minus this is to depreciation. Computers tale use ಮಾಡಿ, they get depreciation faster. 50%, motor car 20%, everything else 10% SLM. ಅಲ್ಲಿ 10% SLM ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ನೀವು. SLM for complete year minus Z throughout the particular chapter. Anything recovered from the employee ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮೈನಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? This is called perquisite. It actually ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ವಿಜಿತ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ effectively loss on sale. Look at me. ಈಗ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಇದೆ 1 lakh worth computer. I have used it for 2 years. 2 complete years. 50%, 50% ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 25,000 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಡಬಲ್ ಡಿ. 1 lakh minus 50,000 minus other than 50%, 25,000 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Suppose if you are sold at 20,000, that means 5,000 loss. Minus that loss is going to be perquisite pratibha. Alvene? Barko. Computer costing 1 lakh. Computer costing 1 lakh. DVKP, sold after 2 years. Sold after for 20,000. Ananya Shetty is equal to 1 lakh minus 50% minus 50%. ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನವನೀತಾ? WDV is 25,000 minus sold at what? 20,000. 20,000 is equal to 5,000. Employer loss. One man's loss is another woman's income. 5,000 loss. ಅದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ಷಾ? ಪರ್ಕುಜಿತ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾನೆ? ಬಡ್ಕೋತಿರೋ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸದನೆಲ್ಲ ಕವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ದೆನ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಪರ್ಕುಜಿಟ್ಸ್. ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಅಲವೆನ್ಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಯಾ. ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಪರ್ಕುಜಿಟ್ಸ್ government hospital are exempted, otherwise fully taxable again. Okay. So whereas outside India, medical and stay expense of the patient and one attend exempted as permitted by RBI. Travel expense exempted only if gross total income is less than or equal to 2 lakh. Highlight madadana. Non-sala heltini. If in India, government hospital exempted. Outside India, travel expense exemption sigbekadre your gross total income should be less than or equal to 2 lakh. Medical expense and stay expense means you are going abroad, so permitted by RBI. Next 17.3, it is an exception to that rule that capital receipts are normally not taxable. Any compensation received for termination of employment, contribution for amount received from key man and self policy, URPF are taxable. 1010cc ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ಇದು 1010 ಇದಲ್ಲಾಗಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ. 1010 DCR government exempt. ನಾನ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆದ್ರೆ 15 days ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ನಾಟ್ ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಏನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು? ಹಾಫ್ ಮಂತ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಕಮ್ಯುಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅರ್ನ್ ಲೀವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ದ ಲೀವ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದಿದೆಲ್ಲ 10, 11, 12 ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ 21, 22 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ 2023 ಕರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅಸೆಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್ 2020 ಸರಿ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪೆಂಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ 2021 ಸಿವಿಯರ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ LTC ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಎಂತ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಸೊ ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಪ್ಟೆಡ್. ಈ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅದು ಒಂಟ್ರಿ ಅದೇ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ 21, 22 ಬಂದಾಗ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪೆಂಡೆಮಿಕ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಪೀಪಲ್ ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್. ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ LTC ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಲ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರಿ ಮೇಡಮ್ಮ 18 to 21 and 22 to 23 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಸ್ಮಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಆಯ್ತು. That is about a salary chapter. Next, house property. House property, so rental income is mainly taxable charge. Yeah, rental income is mainly taxable. So house property incomes are classified into 2 elements. One is LOP and DLOP. One is a 23-2 property. LOP and 23-2 property are 2 houses at your option. 23-2. So 2 properties at your option can be claimed as a nil. So whichever option you want. A special point is that regular class already there. 2 SOPs in Bangalore, nil. 2 SOPs in Sirsi for Ramya, nil. Because she could not occupy because the employment of business profession in Bangalore. Whereas 1 SOP in Bangalore, 1 in Sirsi, only Bangalore is exempt. Because that house property in Sirsi, if she want exemption, Bangalore she should not stay in own house. She should stay in rented house. Did we say this? Do you remember this? Okay, right. So 23-2 property, one exemption. Now deduction. Interest on loan, normally 30,000. However, normally 30,000 for ACRQ. acquisition, construction, repairs, renewal, and reconstruction. However, if it is AC, acquisition and construction, and within 5 years from the end of the year in which loan is borrowed, if construction is completed, you will get 2 lakh rupees instead of how much? 30,000 rupees. 2 lakh rupees. Just 1 second. Yeah, important. Gap foundation meeting. It's okay. Shall we continue? Yeah. ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಪ್ರೇಮ? ಬಂದಾಯ್ತು. Yeah. Right. So LOPಗೆ net out ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗೆ 2 lakh rupees deduction ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ only if it for acquisition and construction. That too loan ತಗೊಂಡ ವರ್ಷದ ಎಂಡ್ ಇಂದ loan from the date of loan ಅಲ್ಲ 31st March ಇಂದ ಶ್ರೀದೇವಿ 5 years ಒಳಗೆ completion ಆಗಬೇಕು and certificate has to be obtained. Then only you get a deduction of 2 lakh rupees. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Fine. So 22 is the charging section. Annual value of a building or land appointed that chargeable tax in the hands of owner, provided is not used for own business or profession. 23 is annual value. 24 deductions. Let out property 1 plus 2 deductions ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Municipal tax deduction. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀರಾ? Yeah, municipal tax deduction if it is purely paid and additional deduction under 24A 30% flat for everything there. And 24B is interest on loan. 25 is no deduction. Interest payable outside India without TDS, entire expenditure disallowed. 25A, unrealized rent recovered, or arrears of rent recovered, whatever received minus 30% flat deduction, unless 26 is co-owners. Rahul and Kiran are owning a property, 2 RMRs. It specifically mentioned 60-40, then 60% tax in the hands of Rahul, 40% in the hands of Kiran. If there is no mention, Rahul's separate return, Kiran separate, AOP return for this house property income. Section 27, deemed owner, transfer of a property to spouse without consideration, transfer of property to spouse without having an agreement to live apart. Unfortunately, divorce is there. Transfer to the minor child, not being a married daughter. Married daughter, under the Mohammedan law, if a 17-year-old girl gets married, it's legal. ಅವಳಿಗೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಎನಿ ಮೈನರ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡೀಮ್ಡ್ ಓನರ್, ಡಿಸ್ಪ್ಯೂಟೆಡ್ ಓನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಥಿಯರಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ಲಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಹೆಡ್, ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಈಸಿ ಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಸೊ 22 is the annual value. Is chargeable tax appertinent there to ಬೇರೆ. Annual value, LOP ಮತ್ತೆ DLOP ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ or FRV whichever is higher, it is subject to standard rent. This ಅಥವಾ actual rent or under rent receivable, whichever is higher. If AR minus UR is higher, then also you can give a deduction. You are able to visualize all these things what we discussed in the class beautifully. Municipal tax actually paid, cash paid is standard action 30% of NVA, and interest on loan deducted are available. Dash for your property for LOP. Annual value at the small a, Yellow PDLP. Next, small b, SOP, beautiful again notes. Annual value is nil if 23 conditions are satisfied. If more than 223 property, then value of 2 house property is taken as nil. All other properties are deemed to be let out. Arthat area. Next, no notional income for the house property for held as a stock in trade for 2 years from the end of the financial year. So for 2 years from the end of the financial year. 24 deduction, 30% only for LOP, interest on borrowed capital for ACRQ, including PCP interest. PCP andre from the date of loan till complete repayment will work for PCP. PCP means middle of the PCP pre-construction period. Date of the loan, date of the loan. Adra kedaga 2 RMs. Left side, date of complete repayment. Date of complete repayment or what? Immediately preceding 31st March. Right side. Left side DVKP, complete repayment. Right side nama immediately preceding 31st March of
previous year in which the construction is complete.
Completion of.
Very good. Immediately preceding 31st March of year of completion. Immediately preceding 31st March of year of completion. Connected and whichever is earlier. This is allowed. Pre-construction period is allowed in how many years, sir? 5 years. Even 30th complete adunu, 30th March complete adunu, it is allowed for 5 years. Arthak area SOP ke normally 30,000 rupees, 2 lakh only for AC, subject to the conditions. Arthak area construction period for claiming 3 years better. 5 years construction period for claiming. Okay. Ayo. Increased construction period for claiming higher reduction of 2 lakh to be completed within 5 years. From the year end of loan. Date of loan alla. Arthak eldrigo. Sumne 6 ತಿಂಗಳು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಎಲ್ಲ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಫೈನಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ 7 hours DT ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. 3 months ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕವರ್ ಆಯ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೊಂಡ ಹೇಳಿತು. ಫೈನಲ್ DT ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಸೋ ಎಕ್ಸಾಸ್ಟಿವ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಸ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ 3 months ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜೋಕಿಂಗ್. ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀರಾ? ಯಾಕೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಿಡಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ. Next, and this 2 lakh rupees for both the properties. I thought both the properties, sir, not for one property. Right. 25, 26, 27. Now November 22 R2P ತೆಗೆರಿ material print out ಇದ್ದವರು. ರಿವ್ಯೂ ಶೀಟ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದು RTP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ RTP ನಾವು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕೊಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ November 22 RTP. ನೋಡಿಲಿ all of you look at it for a minute. What has been circulated recently ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. Income tax theory was already given earlier. ಇದೆಯಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ if time permits. GST theory revision material ಅನಿಸ್ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. May 22 exam question paper ಇದೆ. Then December 21 suggested answer ಇದೆ. Everything is like together in this. ಏನು ಬೇರೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. November 22 RTP which you are supposed to open now. May 22 RTP ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ MCQs and case study questions which have been asked. So 107 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. Starting MCQ ನ ಬಿಟ್ಬೇಡ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ November 22 RTP ನ yesterday we did it. Is it visible Baba for all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Normally ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಬೋಣ ಥಿಯರಿ, so that we can do the problems together. ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಅವೇ ಡೂ ದಟ್. November 22, question number 10. Yes, quick guy.
Mr. Roy owns a house in Kolkata. During the previous year 21-22, 3/4 portion of the house was self-occupied and 1/4 portion was let out for residential purposes at a rent.
ಅದು 200 page book ಅಥವಾ ಈ book ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Where you want to do it, but keep only limited books for last 1.5-2 page days. Be careful. Again and again ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Many people lose out only the last minute. Full ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ರೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Last minute ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Because they are not planned proper. The reason why actually people are not able to withstand that pressure, they are not planned. They have read more than you also, but they don't plan. So last 1.5 days, 2 days, ಎಷ್ಟು ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಆಗೋದು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ everything together, but everything should be available. All the data. If you look at this theory material, ಈಗ salary ನಿಮ್ಮ notes ಅಲ್ಲಿ regular mates ಅಲ್ಲಿ 50 pages notes ಇರಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 4 pages ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ salary notes ಇದೆ. And hardly anything would have been missed. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? This is how you have to condense and prepare. Yeah. So ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಮನೆ ಮಾಡಿ, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ರೋ ಸಿವಿಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ಸ್. ಮಾಡಿ 3/4 ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ 3/4 ಕೆಳಗೆ SOP. Next 1/4 LOP. LOP within the bracket for any purpose. ನೀವು ಲೆಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ತಿಗಲ್ಲ ಕಟ್ಟ ಎನಿ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಇದು LOP. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬೇಕು? ಅವ್ನು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಟೆನೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಹಂಗಂತ ಟೆರರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ, ನೀವು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀರ ಮತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓದಮ್ಮ, ಇವತ್ತಿನೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ LOP 1/4 ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ 12,000 per month. ಓದಮ್ಮ.
The tenant vacated the property on 28th Feb 2022. The property was vacant during March 22. Rent for the months of January 22 and Feb 22 could not be realized in spite of the owner's efforts. All the conditions prescribed under Rule 4 are satisfied.
So, beautiful question. It covers almost everything. So, Rule 4 prakara, if you want to claim unrealized rent, you should have satisfied all the tenancy should be bona fide. You should have taken steps to vacate him. ಅದೇ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಓದೋದ್ರೆ ಥಿಯರಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಥಿಯರಿ ಮಿಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕವರ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗೋ ಬನಾನಾ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಓದಮ್ಮ.
Municipal value of the property is 4,50,000 per annum.
ಏನು ಓದಿದ್ಲವಳು? ಹೇಳಿ, ಯಾರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿ. ಅವಳು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅವಳು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ದ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. That means for the entire property they are telling. So you should not compare only 1/4 here. Property, ED property. Next.
Fair rent is rupees 4,70,000 per annum and standard rent is rupees 5 lakh. He paid municipal taxes at 10% of municipal value during the year.
Underline this. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಲ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ is always a percentage of municipal value. ಪ್ರೇಮ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೇಮ AM ಅಂತ ಹಾಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ಯಾ? AM ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗಲ್ವಾ? ಏಮಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವ್ನು ಜೈನ್ ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳೋ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ಯೇನಾ? If you send one honeybee from Bangalore to America, what is it called? USB. So USA ಅಮೆರಿಕ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ USA ಅಲ್ಲ USB ಅಂತ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಒಂದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊ ಯಾವ ಗರ್ಲ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಹೆಸರು ಅಂತ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
A loan of rupees 30 lakh was taken by him during the year 2012 for acquiring the property. Interest on loan paid during the previous year 21-22 was rupees 1,51,000. Compute Roy's income for house property.
Very quick. So ಈ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಾ? 3/4 1/4. 3/4 is self occupied. 1/4 is what?
LOP.
LOP.
LOP. LOP. ಕ್ವಶನ್ 10 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಈ ತರ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ, ನೀವು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು?
Yes, sir.
ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. this file has limited permission. You may not have access to that, but I will take it. Okay, make 2 columns. So I'll box up story ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ story ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ನಾನು time ಇಲ್ಲ. So sorry, one second. Make particulars, then 2 columns. First column particulars ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ SOP 3/4. Go by smart approach. It is a next LOP 1/4. All of you understanding? Next, very GAV below SOP write nil. Below LOP write note A. Give 2 lines and write note A. So leave on the 10 lines and write 10 to 12 lines. Write note A. Computation of GAV of 1/4 LOP. ಬರಿತಾ ಇರಿ. Yeah. ಬರಿ MRV, ORV, MRV. Share screen change ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ದರ್ಶನ್?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, MRV 4,50,000 into 1/4. See, ಇಲ್ಲದಿರೋ ಕಾಮನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. 4,50,000 ಮತ್ತೆ ರೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ 12,000. 12,000 into 12 ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ? 1,44,000. 1,44,000 ಇಷ್ಟು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಸ್ಮಾರ್ಟ್ನೆಸ್. ಎವ್ರಿ ನವ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಫಿಗರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಇದು ಫಿಗರ್ ನಮ್ದಲ್ಲ ವಿತಾಕು. ಸೊ MRV 4,50,000 ಚಂದನ್ into 1/4 ಎಷ್ಟು? 1,500. Next FRV
1,17,500.
For Vestama 4,70,000 into 1/4.
1,17,500.
Whichever is higher. 117,500. Small a. You know the presentation? Small a. Other like standard rent. 5 lakh into 1/4. 1,25,000. Small b. Small b. So whichever is higher.
Lower.
Less.
Yes, sir.
Online, this is the advantage of one. Yen ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ open. ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಲ್ಲ, ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಸುಸ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಪಾಪ ಸುಸ್ತಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ರು? ಮೌನಂ ಸಮ್ಮತಿ ಲಕ್ಷಣ. ಮೌನಂ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸೇ. MRV or FRV, which MRV ಎಷ್ಟು ಫಿಗರ್ ಹೇಳಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
1,12,500.
Or FRV 1,17,500. Whichever is higher is A. This is A. This is A. Then standard rent 5 lakh into 1/4 to 1,25,000 small b. This or this, whichever is less. Beautiful.
1,17,500.
1,17,500 or ARR or minus UR. Actual rent received or receivable. Received or receivable minus what?
UR.
UR minus UR. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಬರೀ 12,000 into 12 months. ಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇನೋ ಮಾಡವ್ರೆ. 12,000 to 12 months ಮೈನಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ಮಂತ್ಗೆ?
Jan and Feb.
Yeah. So 12,000 into 12 months minus 12,000 into 2 months.
1,20,000.
Everybody understood? So 12,000 into 12 months minus 12,000 into 2 months is equal to 1,20,000 is D. A full ಮೂರು ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 1,20,000 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 120 or ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡೋದು? 170 ನಾ?
Yes, sir. 1,500.
Whichever is higher ಎಷ್ಟು?
1,20,000.
Oh, beautiful. ನಾವು 25-30 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. 1,20,000. So next line, since E is equal to D, ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದಾ?
Yes.
Less vacancy allowance. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಮಾಡೋ ಅದೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದೇ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈಸಿ ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್. Vacancy for how many months they said? 1 month. February ended alva?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Vacancy allowance 12,000 into 1 month, March. कितना आता है?
1,08,000.
1,08,000. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಏನೋ ಮಾಡವ್ರೆ. ನೀವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ?
Yes, sir.
1,08,000. So particulars nil 1,08,000 ಬಂತು. ಮೇನ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಗೋ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಲೆಸ್ ಮುನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಪೇಡ್ ಬೈ ಓನರ್. ಮಹಿಮಾ, who told you it's deductible ಅಂತ? Anybody?
23A.
23? How?
A.
8.
A, sir. A for apple.
Is that right? Less municipal tax actually paid by owner. Proviso to 23(1). Yeah, 1. And the 1 ಕೆಳಗೆ ABC ಇದೆ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Proviso to 23(1). ಎಷ್ಟು ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? 10%.
Yes, sir.
10% of MRV of LOP. 10% of MRV of LOP. MRV, total MRV ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ವಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ?
1,12,500.
Already you have done it ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, sir.
1,12,500 into 10%. Already you have done on the tops. ಇಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ 1,12,500 into 10%, 11,250. समझ में आ गया? First column nil, second column 11,250. What is the difference? Now.
96,750.
Net total value. First case nil, second case 96,750. Make a circle and write E for Pankaja. Next, let's deductions under section 24. Deductions under section 24. Small a, standard deduction at 30% of NAV. Standard deduction at 30% of NAV. First column nil, second column 29025.
Yes.
Which is the bracket bari. Every time less than which is the bracket bari. Nil 29025. Small b, interest on borrowed capital. Interest on borrowed capital. First column ಕೆಳಗೆ the only reduction 1,51,000 into 3/4. Pure basic maths. 1,51,000 into 3/4. ಯಾಕೆ? SOP is 3/4. 151 into 3/4. 113,250. Which is the bracket. Second case ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1,51,000 into 1/4. Are you getting my point, Baba?
Yes, sir.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 37,750. ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ 113,250 in the bracket. Second column ಅಲ್ಲಿ
29,975.
29,975.
ಈಸಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಇದು 5 marks ಗೆ 29,975. Against that you write loss / income from house property. Loss which is the bracket. So first case loss bantu. This is how everything is conveyed. Instead of writing two column ನೋಡಿ ಇವರು first SOP LOP ಬೇಡ, full marks ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ. Is it not easy presentation? Loss which is the bracket / income from house property 113,250 29,975 ಕೆಳಗೆ ಅದೆರಡನ್ನು ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ. Therefore net income single column. Net income from house property ಎಷ್ಟಮ್ಮ?
83,275 loss.
Loss 83,275. Underline. Which ಕೆಳಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜನರಲ್ ನೋಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಡ. It can be set off against it can be set off against any other head of income. Any other head of income, Tejaswini. Very good. Comma, max 2 lakh. Max 2 lakh in the current year. Section 71 within the bracket 3. 71 within the bracket 3. Arthar, his amount is less than 2 lakh only. You don't have to worry. Understood? Semicolon. If it is lesser than 2, if it is more than 2 lakh, semicolon. If loss is greater than 2 lakh, carry forward for next 8 years. Bangala. Next 8 years to be set off only against house property income. To be set off only against house property income. In the next 8 years, 71B. Current year you can set off against any head, but maximum 2 lakh. But carry forward for how many years? 8 years. Have you understood, Barbara? Easy? Okay. Now we'll move on to capital gains. So that house property capital gain questions normally merge. It's okay now, or you want to go with the business income order? Anything is okay, lah?
Yes.
Capital gain. I have a building, give it on rent, income from house property. I sell the same, capital gains. So transfer plus capital asset is equal to capital gain. 2 within bracket 47 defines transfer. Transfer includes, in relation to a capital asset, includes CL, sale, exchange, extinguishment when it comes to an end, relinquishment, giving up, CL, sale, exchange, extinguishment, compulsory acquisition, VM or CL is acquiring Ramya's building compulsorily, conversion of a capital asset into stock in trade, 45-2. Then maturity of the zero coupon bond. Then 2 transactions referred in 27, where Hanuman Nagar Ladies Association, they collected money from members. Out of that, they constructed a house. Let's say 1st January 22. Each unit has been, possession has been given to the member. Transfer, possession. When you give the possession, it is a transfer. From that day, member is a deemed owner. I hope you remember this. So, same way, part performance of a contract. I have a building. The sale value, I entered into agreement with the Aarti madam, 5 crores. She says, I will give you 2 crore now. Give me the possession. Since I know her very well, I give the possession. Even though it is not a real title deed transfer, transfer of possession is also transfer for the purpose of capital gain. From that date, she is a deemed owner of section 27. Transfer plus capital asset. Capital asset 2 RMRs. Any security held by FII, foreign institutional investor, whether he is a dealer, screw dealer, it is always a capital asset. For everybody else, any property held, pant, shirt, whatever you own, is a capital asset, but pant, shirt, etc. cannot be taxed. That's why it does not include, number 1, stock in trade, consumer, etc. used in the business or profession. It's already taxed under business income. Why then it will come here? Then non-urban agricultural land. Urban agricultural land, last class discuss is a capital asset. Non-urban it is not. Personal effects, that is movable, furniture, wearing apparel, etc. My short pant, etc. is my property, but they are not capital asset. But it always excludes JADPAS. JADPAS. Jewelry, archaeological collection, drawings, painting, work of art, sculptures. Gift income only B JADPAS anta barutte. Adu bere. Yakada bullion, if you are dealing in bullion, it is a business income. Whereas if it is once in blue moon, if you are doing it, it is a capital asset. I don't have to give an explanation for that. Shares and security again same. Adakoskara gift income alli B JADPAS anta barativi. Illi only JADPAS barati. Barkole adana. Capital gains. Capital gains. Number 1. Transfer. So gap would be 2 plus capital asset is equal to capital gain, Catherine, minus exemption under 54 to 54H. Any Catherine, NH? minus 54 to 54H. I is equal to taxable capital. Yearly. Transfer ಕೆಳಗೆ 2 within bracket 47. 2 within bracket 47. CR. ಯಾರೋ ಕಂಚಿ ಸಿಯರ ಅಲ್ಲ ಉಡುಪಿ ಸಿಯರ ಶ್ರೀದೇವಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲಿಂಕ್ವಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ ಫುಲ್ ಓದೋದ ಈ ನಡುವೆ ಓದೋದಾ ಈ ಸಲ ಐತೆ ಮುಗಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಸೊ ಸೇಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ವಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರಿಲಿಂಕ್ವಿಶ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಾ ಇಂಟು SIT capital into stock in trade. Next, maturity of ZCB. ULIP with amendment agide. Unit linked insurance policy. ULIP with amendment. Yeah. Maturity of zero coupon bond. Transfer of taxable ULIP or special amendment last time again. Transfer of taxable ULIP. ULIP ಅಲ್ಲ ULIP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅಂತ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೆನಪಿದ್ಯಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟ್ ULIP ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ULIP ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೇಳಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ULIP ಅಂದ್ರೆ more than 2,50,000 premium ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು if you remember that is premium exceeding 2,50,000 that is also taxable transfer then part performance of a contract possession transfer again then possession transfer by AOP etc house building scheme. Next, capital asset ಕೆಳಗೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ರಮ್ಯಾ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ 2 RMRs ಫಾರ್ FII any security right side for others any property renting except stock in trade etc ಅದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನ್ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ personal effects being movable personal effects alla effects EFF being movable. Next analogy, specified bonds being GMS. Okapa GMS Gold Monetization Scheme 2015 of RBI. Gold Monetization Scheme of RBI. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ನಾಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ರೆಂಟಿಕಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ capital assets can be 2 RMRs left side short term ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ loser LUUZ listed security units of UTI and zero coupon bond LUUZ 12 months. Next unlisted shares security ಅಲ್ಲ ದೇವರು listed security ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ unlisted shares ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ stress shares and LBB land building are both how many months Sridevi
24 months.
Pija. Next, other assets. Yes, Pija barta ಇದೆ ತಿನ್ನು ನೀವು. Other assets 36 months. ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡ್ತಾರೆ Pija ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು. 36 months. Right side LTCA. ಇದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 242A ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ನಾಟ್ ಸೋ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ 2 within bracket 42A ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಇದೇನೋ ಅಮೆಂಡ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 229AA 229A ಇದು ಲಯಬಲ್ ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಹೊಸ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ 229 ಲಾಂಗ್ LTCA ಅದರ್ ದನ್ STCA ನಮ್ಮೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆನೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಒಬ್ಳು ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ತಿಂದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ಷೆ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೊಳ್ತಾನೆ ಆಸೆ ಆಗೋದು ಸೊ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ವಾಟ್ STCA ಅನನ್ಯ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ STCA ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಮಾ ಅನನ್ಯ ಜೋರ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಜೋರ ಹೌದಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಅಮ್ಮಂದು ಸೊ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ ವಾಟ್
STC.
Next, point number 3. Please note, left side, yes, Namdala. Magu Christian, Chitty Sergin Magoetanta. And Pakada Magu Christian not responsible, no? Left side, yeah, you know, see, very, very, what time, what happens. So left side, please note, left side, for gift income, very. For gift income, include BZ pass. Tejaswini, oda good barta jala. Gift income include BZ pass. Bullion, jewelry, archaeological collection, drawing, painting, work of art, sculpture, shares and securities. Ali B underline ಮಾಡಿ last ಗೆ SS underline ಮಾಡಿ. Share sculpture ಇದೆ. Shares and securities ಅಂತ as yes. Sculpture say right side from capital asset. From Allah. Capital asset also includes or the exception to exceptional. Capital asset also includes JADPAS, JADPAS. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ದೇವರಿಗೆ? Yes. Right. So now how do you compute the capital gain? Section 48 is the mechanism. Full value of consideration. Less full value of consideration is what about actual sale value. Whereas if there is a 50C, like land, building or both, actual sale value or stamp value, whichever is higher. If there is a reference to valuation officer, this value or valuation officer, whichever is lesser, but minimum actual sale value. Gotta allowed 110% criteria ಇದೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Land, LBB ಅಂತ ಬರಿ LBB. Mr. X sold to Mr. Y for 400 lakh. Stamp value, write your favorite number. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತು ತಿಳಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಇಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ದೇ ಅವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ 420 lakh. Answer, sale value is equal to 400 lakh. Within the bracket, 400 lakh into 110% is equal to 440 lakh. The stamp value is lesser. So if lesser, between. Consider 400 lakh. Next example 2. Sold at 450 lakh. Sold at what? 450 lakh. $450 lakh. Two RMS. Under 50C, sale value is 450 lakh. Right side. Anybody? Under 43 CA bar 56.210, gift income. 43 CA, if you are a businessman, real estate. Prema, Aham Prema. Bar what? 56.210. 56.210. 2 RMRs. Transfer between, that's it. Transfer between 12/11/2020 to 2021. Very good forward. June 21. So new syllabus ಅಲ್ಲಿ April to June 3 months ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ 3 months ಫಾರ್ ಮಿ ಅಂತ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 3 months ಅಂತಲ್ಲ, 3 months ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ನೀವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅದಿತಿ ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಏನೋ 3 months ಫಾರ್ ಮಿ. Consider 120% for first time allotment of RHP. First time allotment of RHP. Suppose house building scheme ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ಡ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? For first time allotment of RHP, residential house property. Consider 120%. Right side. All other cases, including current case, including present case, individual selling, X is selling to Y. That is barodela. Consider 110% only. A 120% question only for house building scheme ke matra adu 3 months. Artha agta idya? 110% only. That is on it. Here 450 lakh only. Sabko samajh mein aa gaya? So under the house building scheme, if you have allotted the house, so April, May, June in syllabus ali 21 only. So then it will be 120%. Everywhere else 110% criteria. Samajh mein aa gaya? Right. So full value of sale consideration less expense incidental to sale, the percentage and actual sale value. Difference is called NSC. From the cost of acquisition and cost of improvement minus crop. If it is long term, okay, you have to do the indexation. Indexation for your examination start from previous year 2001 to 2001 is the base year 100. Subsequent year they will give you. Whereas for your previous year 2021-22, it is 317 numerator. You have to buy heart. Okay, 317 numerator divided by year of acquisition normally. But on special point is compulsory acquisition took place in 2015. Compensation received in 2022. Numerator should be only up to 2015 year of transfer and not 2022. Even though the taxation is in the year of receipt. From there are some exemptions. 54. Residential house property. Sell the same, invest the capital gain in another residential house property, you will get an exemption. If given capital gain is 300 lakh, if you invested 320, entire concentrate 320 lakh is exempt. If you invest 250 lakh, if you invest 250 lakh is exempted. A special case, normally only one house, 54 and 54F. 54 only 2 houses will be given. Up to 2 crore rupees, 2 crore rupees ಒಳಗಿದ್ರೆ 2 houses will be given once in lifetime exemption. 54 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 54 is residential house property transfer. When should I transfer? Within 1 year before the date of transfer, 2 years after for purchase ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ, construction ಗೆ within 3 years. Whereas 54 F and 54 time limit is same. 54 is what transfer of residential property. 54B is bhumi, urban agricultural land you transfer. 54D, land building forming part of industrial and land D, build and forming part of industrial undertaking. It's compulsorily acquired. 54D. 54EC, long-term capital asset being LBB. If you transferred within 6 months, 6 months matra time irutho, capital gain account scheme barodilla. If you invest in 4 bonds, NAI, National Highway Authority of India bonds, RECL, Rural Electrification Corporation Limited bonds, PFCL, Power Finance Corporation Limited bonds, Indian Railway Finance Corporation, 2 road related, road transport, National Highway, Indian Railway, but finance. Innondu power related, ರೂರಲ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಅದು ಪವರ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್. ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಯರ್ 50 lakh, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ 50 lakh ಲಿಮಿಟ್, ಬೇರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. 54F ಎ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕೇಸ್, ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಎನಿ LTCA ಅದರ್ ದನ್ RHP ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ NSC ಇನ್ RHP. 54F ಅಲ್ಲಿ 54F ಗೂ 54 ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 54 ವರ್ಸಸ್ 54F 2 RMRs. Left side. RHP ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿನೇ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಎನಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ. ಇದು ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಸೈಡ್ 5 heads of income, ಮೇಜರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್. Residential house property purchased on 24th February 1975. Aarti madam, your birthday na?
Yes, sir, your birthday.
Your birthday na? I was born in 85. What 75? ನೀವು ತಲೆ ಕೂದಲು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಧಂಬರ್ಧ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಸೊ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. I love that. I can't forget that stand-up comedy. Best stand-up comedy till date. Honest, like, okay. Yeah, right. You may not remember Sridevi. Once upon a time, there lived a king. We're still coming and talking to you now. Continue. So, 24th February 1970, Aarti madam's birthday. When is your birthday? 1947, huh?
Yes, sir.
24th February 1975 for rupees, how much amount I said? 20 lakh. 20 lakh. Next, FMB as on 1/4/2001, 60 lakh. Stamp value on such date 50 lakh, 50. ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. 50 lakh. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಎಡಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಯಾವುದು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ, ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ರೂಮ್ ಎಡಿಷನ್ ಆನ್ 9th March 1978. ಆರ್ತಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಇದು ಎಂದು ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. 9th March 1978, 4 lakh. And 21st September 2004, 8 lakh. Aarti is very smart. Yeah, just 8 lakh. Next, sold on 12th December 2021. Madam, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. This 800 lakh. 800 lakh. Stamp value 850 lakh. Can we make it 950 lakh? 950 lakh. Brokerage 2%. Constructed partly RHP rupees 200 lakh, spent before 31st July 22. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 31st July 22 ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 31st July 22 ಇವಾಗ ಬರೇ ಇದೆ. ನನ್ಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಟೀಚರ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು. 31st July 22, deposit in CGS. Deposit in CGS 100 lakh by 30th July 22, 70 lakh by 2nd August 22. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡ್ಯೂ ಡೇಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು 31st July ಅಂತ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಿದ್ಯೆ. Shall we start? Yeah. Very RHP to RHP section 54 underline. ಮನೆ ಮಾರಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ RHP to RHP ರೆಸಿಡೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. Yeah. RHP to RHP section 54. Very Left ಅಲ್ಲಿ full value of sale consideration. Full value of sale consideration. ಎಷ್ಟಮ್ಮ?
800 lakh.
In the bracket 800 or 950, whichever is higher. ತಯ್ಯ ಹೊಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ. 800 or 950, whichever is higher. 950 lakh. Section 50C. 50C. And the 800 lakh, which is one more bracket. 800 lakh into 110%. 880 lakh. I'll not explain this because I done n number of times this kind of examples in the class. 800 lakh into 110%, 880. But stamp value is more than 880 also. Then the loss I'll not give relaxation. Go by which is higher, 950 lakh. Less expenses incidental to share.
800 into 2%.
Very good. This is actual sale value, red ink. Now he is right. This bit out. Tayya hodkondageಲ್ಲ ರಕ್ತ ಕೆಳಗೆ ತಲೆಗಳು ಹೋಯ್ತು. ಆಂಟಿ ನೋಡಿ ಮಲ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ಯಾರಿದು? ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಎಲಿಜಬೆತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 3 ನ. ಫೋಟೋ ಯಾರ್ದು ನೋಡೋದು ಆಂಟಿದು? ಕ್ವೀನ್ ಎಲಿಜಬೆತ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ 3 ತರ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. 800 lakh into 10%. ಎಷ್ಟು? 80 lakh. 10% into the sorry.
2%.
2%. 800 lakh into 2%, 16 lakh. Within the bracket. Be careful. 950 Allah. Actual sale value, stamp value, whichever is higher is fine. But 2% of how much? 800 lakh. 16 lakh. Difference. 951 is 16.
934.
Eh?
934.
934 lakh. NSC circle. Less indexed cost of acquisition. Cost of acquisition is 2 RMRs. Beautiful concept again. Left side. Actual cost is 20
lakh.
20 lakh. Right side only 2 RMRs. Right, one second. Sorry. Right side as on 1/4/2001, then 2 RMRs. PP. So Banagama. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗೋವಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ಖಾಲಿ ಐತೇನೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೋಗೋಣ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಇಷ್ಟ 1/4/2001 2 RMRs actual sale value sorry left side FMB as on shall we I'm sorry ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ left side actual cost ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ
20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
right side as on 1/4/2001 ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವು 21 ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಪವರ್ 1/4/2001 ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗೆ 2 RMRs left side FMB 60 lakh. This is a beautiful chart. 60 lakh or stamp value 50 lakh. Those two figure, whichever is less.
50 lakh.
This is how I have simplified the capital gains. Whichever less is 50 lakh. Our 50 lakh matte left into 20 lakh, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher, 50 lakh. Solve in note. Before 1/4/2001, if you purchase any asset, the loss is it should be actual cost of the fair market whichever higher. But if it is LBB, fair market value should not exceed stamp value. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು FMA ಅದಿತೀರಾ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಟಾಂಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ whichever is less ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಆ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ whichever higher. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ದೇವರಿಗೆ? ಯಾ 50 lakh into index cost 50 lakh into 317 divided by 100
158.5.
158.5.
Yes, sir.
Within the bracket, one less ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ within the bracket ಬರೆಯಬೇಕು CA ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 158.5. Next, less index cost of improvement. Below that, green ink, red ink and small a. Before 1/4/2001, completely ignore. Present one or previous one. ಅದು ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಅವರೇ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 1/4/2001 ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಬಾಬಾ ಟೇಕನ್ ಕೇರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ 1/4/2001 ಇಗ್ನೋರ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬಿ ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ 2004 ಇರಬೇಕು ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ
21
ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಂಬರ್ 2004 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಹೇಳಿದ ನಾನು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ ಐ ಸೆಡ್
It's a 2004.
2004. Yes, sir.
What is the amount, Baba? What is the amount?
8 lakhs.
8 lakhs.
8 lakh into index ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸಂಪದ 317 ಸೊ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಎನಿಬಡಿ ಲಿಸನಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್, ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ ಟು ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್. 2004 5, ಜನವರಿ ಟು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ವರ್ಡ್. 2004 ಜನವರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3-4 ಅಂತ. ಅದು ಈಸಿ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ತಲೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ದೇವರೇ ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ 2004-5 ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ 113 ಇದೆಯಾ? 113 8 lakhs into 317 divided 113 ಎಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಾ?
22.44.
ದೀಪಕ
22.44.
22.44 which is the bracket. That's it. Difference. LTCG.
723.06.
Yes, 723.06.
753.
753.06 LTCG. Electric ಬಂತಾ?
Yes, sir.
Plus ಏನಾಯ್ತು ದೀಪಾ ಕೆಪಿ? Plus exemption under section 54. 54. Investment in RHP. 1 year before purchase ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿದಿನ್ 3 years, ಅಥವಾ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ಗೆ 2 years. ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ RHP ಅಲ್ಲಿ 31 ಜುಲೈ ಮೊದಲು ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು?
200 lakh.
200 lakh ಪ್ಲಸ್ 31 ಜುಲೈ ಒಳಗೆ CGS ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು. CGS ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್
100.
31 ಜುಲೈ ನಂತರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ 200 plus 100? ಮ್ಯಾಥ್ಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸಿಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. 200 plus 100
Yes, sir.
ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ವಿದಿನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ 300 lakh. ಫೈನಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್
453.06.
253 point ಚಂದನ್
453.06.
453.06 LTCG. LTCG 453 ಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್? ವಿಜಾ
112.
Yesterday's class, my yesterday's class 112, very good, at 20%. LTCG is always at 20%, normal LTCG. Everybody understood? Right side different inkle bari. Left ಅಲ್ಲಿ RHP ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು? RHP ಅಂತ ಮದುಮಗ ಬಂದ, ಬರ್ಡೇ ಬಾಯ್ ಬಂದ, ವಿಶ್ ಮಾಡ.
Yes, sir.
ನೋಡಿ 1 2 3 ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aman. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿಸಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದೆ ಈಗ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ರು. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Aman sir.
Happy birthday to you.
So we all wish that ಅವನ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪತಾಕೆ ಉತ್ತುಂಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಇನ್ನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೇರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ವಿಶ್. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ.
ಚೈತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರೋ ಏನು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್,
ಅರ್ಜೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀಯ? ಚೈತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲಿ? ಚೈತ್ರ ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಬೇರೆ ಚೈತ್ರ ರೀಸ ಹೆಣ್ಮ ಚೈತ್ರ ಇಷ್ಟವರೆಗಿದ್ಲು. ಸರಿ, ಅದೇನು ರಿಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಬರ್ಡೇ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಿ ಚೈತ್ರ? ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೇರ್ ಸಮ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇದೆ. ರೈಟ್, ಓಕೆ. ಅನನ್ಯ, ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದೇರ್ ಸಮ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಮಿನಿಟ್. ಬರ್ಡೇ ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಅಮನ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ, ಚೈತ್ರ ಅಂಡ್ ಅನನ್ಯಾಸ್ ಮದರ್, ಮೈ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ಮೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಹೇಳೋ.
ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಚೈತ್ರ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು, ಸೇಮ್ ಟು ಹೇಳೆ. ಯಾ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಮೀರಾ, ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ. ಸೊ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು. ಮಸ್ತ್ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿ. ಹೊಸ ಶರ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ ನೀನು? ಹೊಸ ಶರ್ಟ್?
ಎಸ್ ಸರ್.
ಎಲ್ಲ BBP ಅಲ್ವೇಂದ್ರು?
ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿತ್ತು ಸರ್. ನಾ BBP ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟವ್ರು BBP.
ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು?
ಕೀರ್ತಿ.
ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ನೋಡಿ. ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಬರೋ ಮೊದಲೇ ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಬಂದಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇರ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಸರ್. ಗಾಡ್ ಬ್ಲೆಸ್ ಯು. ಟೇಕ್ ಕೇರ್. ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ CA ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಬರ್ಬೇಕು. 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. ಓಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಬಾ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಟು ಶಫಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Twin brother, and coincidentally they are celebrating birthday on the same day. So happy birthday to Shafi also. Okay.
Yes. Okay, sir.
ಏನು ದಿವ್ಯದೀಪ ಸೇಮ್ ಡೇ ಬರ್ಬೇಕೇನೆ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಟ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಬರ್ಬೋದು.
11:59 and 12 to 1. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. ಬಾಯ್ ಬಾಯ್.
ಬಾಯ್ ಸರ್.
God bless you. Enjoy. ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಜೋರಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್. ಮಸ್ತ್ ಮಜಾ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ RHP ಅಂತ ಬರೋರು ಎಲ್ರು?
Yes, sir.
Right side. If asset transferred on LHS is commercial property, commercial HP, ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ HP ಅಥವಾ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ RHP to RHP ಆಗಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ ದನ್ RHP. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಏನ್ ದಿವ್ಯಾಜೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸ್ ಬಂದೋದ್ರು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕಾಲರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ರೈಟ್, ಬಾಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೇಳ್ಕೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಏನದಿತಿ? ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ ಚೈನ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪನಿ. ಸೊ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್? ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆರ್ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ರಿ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ರಿ ಎಡಿಷನ್, ಒಂದು ಟಾಯ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದು ಬೆಟರ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಟ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾರಿಗೊತ್ತು. ದೆನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ RHP, ದರ್ಶನ್ ಶಾಟಿ, ಚಂದನ್ ಹೆಗಡೆ, ಚಂದನ್ ಶಾಟಿ. ದೆನ್ ಆಂಟಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ದೆನ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 54F exemption dash right for investment of NSC. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? NSC, ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಫಾರ್ NSC dash for investment of NSC dash right. Time limit same 54 and 54F. Time limit ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್. Time limit same for 54 and 54F. Understood? So ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರ್ರಿ. ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ LHS LTCG ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ. LTCG LHS ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಷನ್? LTCG ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಷನ್
753.06.
ಎಷ್ಟು?
753.06.
753.06.
Yes, sir.
LTCG before exemption. Less exemption under 54F. Finish 54F. Yeah, Rahul Jain, use the brain and answer. Use the brain. All of you, use the brain. Divya, Pratibha, Chaitra, Chandan, Darshan, Remya, Sagar. How much is the exemption? I want you to tell me the exemption amount. Anybody? Nilla.
Yes, sir.
ನೀನೇ ಬರ್ತೀಯ ಮನೆಗೆ, ನಾನು ಬರಲ್ಲ ಹೊಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ.
RHP transfer.
If it transfer other than RHP ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಹೆಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, and investment in RHP ಅಲ್ವಾ 54F. I said right side, if it is other than RHP, you get exemption 54F. Land it's ಕೊಟ್ನಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಬರೀ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೀ ಲೆಸ್ exemption 54F. Actual NSC ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಬ್ಲಂಡರ್ ಇದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Actual NSC 800 lakh minus 16 lakh. This blunder C Institute may do in the study suggest answer. Take care. 800 minus 16 lakh 784 lakh and not deemed NSC. Deemed NSC ಚಂದನಗಡೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿಲ್ವಾ ಇದು? 950 minus 16 934. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ NSC ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆಪ್ಪ ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ?
934.
ಫಾರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಅದು 934 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಡೀಮ್ಡ್. ಅದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟಾಂಪ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ವಿಚ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಚೈತ್ರ. ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಬರ್ಡೇ ಮಾ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ NSC ಎಷ್ಟು? 800 minus 16. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? 784. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ therefore exemption is for 784 dash ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿ? 7
754 753.06.
753. ಅದು LTCG before exemption ಅಂತ ಬರೋದಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟದು ಫಿಗರ್?
Yes. 753.06.
Yes, Deepa. For 784-753.06. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಟ್ಟು 54 ಅಲ್ಲಿ
300 lakhs.
For 300 lakh, how much? ಅದು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇನ್ 784 ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಷನ್. ಫಾರ್ 300 ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಪ್ಪ?
288.16.
288.16. ಇದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಬರೆದಿರಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀಬೇಕಾ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಪ್ರೇಮ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇನ್ನು ವಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಹೋಗೋ ಕಾಲ, ಇವ್ರು ಏಮಲ್ವಾ? ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು?
4.9.
ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ
464.9.
ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ LTC. ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟ್ ಕೊಡಿ. Considering NSC of 934 is illogical for investment purpose. Capital gain computation ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ನನಗೆ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Capital gain ಗೆ why did you sell at lesser price? But if I not receive the money, how do I invest here? Then the meaningless. Considering NSC of 934 for investment purpose is illogical. You don't have money, how can you invest? Everybody understood Baba?
Yes, sir.
So then taxation, equity share last class agide, equity share UIF units of business trust. Long term adre without indexation above 1 lakh 10%. Short term adre flat 15%. Any other long term capital gain flat 20%. Any other short term capital gain is just like a normal business income, normal income which is going to be taxed at a slab rate for individuals. Get theory open ಮಾಡಿ. So capital asset, property, stock in trade, etc. ಇಲ್ಲಿ security of FI ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. STCA 36, 24 and 12 months we discussed. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು 24 months. Okay. Period of holding segregated for portfolio. Maybe final syllabus ಬೇಕಾಗಬಹುದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫರ್ ಇದೆ, ಚಾರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀರಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮನಿ, ದೆನ್ ವಾಟ್? ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎಕ್ವಿಜಿಷನ್, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಮನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎಕ್ವಿಜಿಷನ್ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು 45(1)(b) ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ತುರ್ಸಮ್ಮ 45(1)(a) ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ತುರ್ಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಹಾಕು 45(1)(b). ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ULIP, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ULIP ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಬೌಟ್ 2 lakh ಪ್ರೀಮಿಯಂ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸೇಬಲ್ ULIP. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಗ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸರಿ. 45(1)(a), 45(1)(b) and 45(5) taxable on receipt basis. Taxable in the year of receipt. But numerator index, only till the date of, only till the year of transfer. Correct? Notes very extremely important. Conversion. Next note, conversion. 2 hours. Left side. Capital asset into SIT. Capital asset into stock in trade. 45 within the bracket 2. 45 within the bracket. Since weather condition is not great, there may be some disturbance in the network. Anytime you go out and come, I will allow you. Okay, right. 45. Conversion of capital asset into stock in trade. Very Shreyas Textiles. Land purchased in April 2001. for 40 lakh. Converted into real estate business. So land purchase ಮಾಡಿ capital asset ಇರುತ್ತೆ ತಲೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟೈಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇದೆ capital asset ಪ್ರೇಮ. ಈಗ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಇಂಟು ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಬೈ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನಾಗ SR ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಮ್ಮ ಇನ್ನು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಇನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಆನ್ 10th April 2010. 2010, which is the bracket FMV 90 lakh. Sorry, at least it took purchase 10 lakh.
40 lakh.
40 lakh. Then FMV on such date, okay, 40 lakh. Sold in Jan 22 for 90 lakh, 90. Below that, two incomes, ondala, two incomes in previous year 21-22. Two incomes, underline previous year, two income onde varsha barutte. Very good, 2 hours. Left side, LTCG. See, first 10 years adu enagittu capital asset agittu, capital gain agutte. 2010 in that it become a business income. So simple. Let's say LTCG, that sale value is equal to FMV. Estapa
90.
Akondiya 90 lakh. Less indexed cost. $40 lakh into numerator ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. 10 11 ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಬಿ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್. 167 ರೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ ಬರಿ. ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯೋ? ಏನೋ ಗೀಚಿದ್ದೀರಾ ನೀವು, ನನ್ಗೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಂತ. ಆಯ್ತು ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ. TD². ಸೊ ರೆಡ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಿ? 317. ಸರಿ 167 ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 2010 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು? ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್. ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ 317 ಇರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಸಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿದವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ 317, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 167. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಸಾರ್ ಹೇಳ ಸರ್ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಚೂಡಿದಾರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರಂತ. 167 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ ಏನು
100. 66.8.
ಎಷ್ಟು?
66.8.
66.8. So 40 lakh into 167 divided by 100, 66.8. Intentionally I kept it there. Intentionally ಕೆಳಗೆ 26.8 is the LTCL loss ಆಗಬಾರದು ರೂಲ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Did you understand, Baba? Sale value is how much?
90.
One thing mistake ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸರಿ? 90 lakh ಹೇಳಿದ್ನ? Purchase at what?
40 lakh.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ 90 lakh ತೆಗೆದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ 60 lakh. ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ 60 lakh ಮಾಡಿ 9 ಅನ್ನು ಉಲ್ಟಾ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 60 lakh ಲೆಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ದೀಪಕ್ ಎಪಿ 66.8, LTCL 6.8. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ PGBP 90 minus 60 ಇರಬೇಕು, 30 lakh. Sold at what, ma?
60 lakh.
Minus 60, 30 lakh. ಕರಲ್ವಾ? ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಫಿಗರ್ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ತೇಜಸ್ವಿನಿ, ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟೇ? 40 ನಾ?
Yes, sir.
FMV change to 60 ನಾ?
Yes, sir.
Actual sale value is 90 ನಾ?
90. Yes, sir.
ಅದು ಶ್ರೇಯಸ್ಸೇನ ಗುರಾಯಿಸೋದು. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ 90 minus 60, 30 lakh is the PGBP. I think I am right.
Yes, sir.
40 lakh ಇಂದ 60 ಆಗೋ ಇದು LTCA, 60 to 90 ಆಗೋ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬಾಬಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಡಬಲ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್. ನಾವು ಅಗೇನ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ರೈಟ್. ರೈಟ್ ಬೋತ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಇನ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಇಯರ್ 21-22. ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್, ಎರಡು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ 21-22 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಬಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ right side. Conversion of different thing. Stock in trade into capital asset. Ulta case. Conversion of stock in trade into capital asset. In LHS, Shreyas was initially land dealer, comma 2010 changed to fan business. In confusion, tumba agobeda. Change to, fan business. Below that, two separate incomes. Deepa, Chandavan Kirana. Two separate incomes. Rahul, in 2 separate years. In 2 separate years. Within the bracket, conversion date, that was changing into business date. And here is the date apart.
10th April
10th April 10.
Conversion date is 31st December 2020. 31st December 2020 instead of 10th April 2010. ಯಾಗೊತ್ತಾ 2010 ಅಲ್ಲಿ 28/6 ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ, 2019 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ I had to change the date. Did you understand? And there's one more reason which you'll understand. Can you continue? Below that, 2 RMRs. Previous year, I said, what is the date I said? 31st December 2020 alva. Previous year 2021. First, so several years ಅದು ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು? Stock in trade. PGBP is equal to 1 by 1. FMB 60 lakh. Correct, sir? Now date change ಮಾಡಿ. Less cost, ಎಷ್ಟಮ್ಮ? 40 lakh. Sale value minus cost 20 lakh. ಯಾವ ವರ್ಷ ದೀಪಾ? 2021. Understood everybody? Right side. Previous year you sold it in Jan 22. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Previous year 21-22. Below that, one more reason I changed the date. Period of holding. For such land alado.
Yes, sir.
Land is 31st December 2020. I had no.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir.
31st December 22, Jan 22 ansute. 31st December 2020 space 2 TO Jan 2022, comma less than or equal to 24 months. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ? Hence short term. Now if you look at the emotion, sir, I was holding almost for 22 years. Emotion, Arabian Ocean. So from the day it became a capital asset, you would consider the same. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next, sale value 90 lakh minus cost under 49 within the bracket 9. Is equal to FMV offered under 28/6A. FMV offered under 28 within the bracket BIA 60 lakh irಬೇಕು.
Yes, sir.
90 minus 60, 30 lakh is the STCG. Did you understand everything, Baba? Next line, separate note. Cost of acquisition. Auntie, mane banla. Cost of acquisition. Right. 2 RMRs. Normally, actual cost. actual cost, including incidental expenses, stamp duty, etc. Incidental expenses, stamp duty, brokerage, etc. Whatever you incurred, anaga, the cost, which is a bracket, technically no STT. Capital gain chapter, security transaction tax is not allowed as a reduction. NPJ ದೇವರಿಗೆ right side, special case 49. Special case 49. Only one by one ಅಥವಾ arrow ಮಾಡಿ 49(1). Cost is equal to cost to the previous owner. Resmi, Sapne, Harshita. So cost is equal to cost to the previous owner when received from a relative. Received from a relative under WIG, will, irrevocable trust ಅಥವಾ gift. Manisha received from a relative under gift. Under gift bare, gift. In the bracket also will bar WI. Will bar will relative ಆಗಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. Will can be with anyone ಅಲ್ವಾ? Will bar irrevocable trust. So cost to the previous one 49(1). ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Next 49(2AA). 49(2AA) ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್. 49 which is the bracket 2A. Entire FMV. ಭೂಮಿಕಾ ಏನು ಬಂದು entire FMV considered for perquisite. Entire perquisite and ESOP securities are offered. ESOP is perquisite ಏನಪ್ಪಾ? FMV minus Z. ಅದು ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟಾಟಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್ ಟಾಟಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ESOP ಟಾಟಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ಫಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಟಾಟಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ESOP to X 1 lakh shares. Divya data tene KP 1 lakh shares. When FMV is 400. Flight aircraft but airsters take care of teacher at 400. Issued at 20. Below that, subsequently sold bar gifted. Manisha, subsequently sold at 500. Bar gifted. Gift to ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು tax ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ESOP securities gifted when FMV was 500. 500 ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ.
Yes.
2 RMRs. Salary perquisite. In which year of exercising the option is equal to Tejaswini FMV minus Z. On that day, estappaittu amount of 400.
Yes, sir.
And then 400 minus 20 rupees alva.
Yes.
380 into 1 lakh. Are you understanding? Whenever your option ಕೊಡುವಾಗ ಆ ದಿನ ಫೇರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 400 ಇದೆ, ಮೈನಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು 20 rupees ಇದ್ದ 380 lakh. ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆನ್ ಸೇಲ್. ಮಹಿಮಾ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು?
500
into 1 lakh. Sale value is equal to 500 lakh. Athava even if you are gifting, then proviso to section 48 says it is a fair market value should be considered. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 500 lakh less long term ಆದ್ರೆ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ is equal to entire 400 lakh. 380 lakh ಅಲ್ಲ. Is n number of times class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು. 1 lakh into 400 lakh. Difference 100 lakh. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Is capital gain. Okay. 49(2A). Next 49(4). 49 within the bracket. ಇದರ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನು ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಈ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ. ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಹೇಳೋ ರಾಹುಲ್?
Sir, for ESOP also should be not ignore that the indexation, sir.
ESOP ಗೆ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟೀಸ್.
Yes, sir.
ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಟಾಟಾ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. 112 ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ರೈಟ್. ಬಟ್ ESOP ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ is a listen. ESOP is given personally. So when you give ESOP, there is no concept ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Work with it. When you sell, if you are physically selling, because ಅಲ್ಲಿ one more condition, you should have paid STT. So you should have sold through the recognized stock exchange. Listed shares ಇರ್ಬೋದು. It's a Tata Limited listed company. ಆ shares ಅನ್ನು I would have told off market. Off market ಅಂದ್ರೆ STT are not paid. 112 ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ 112 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. You understand this question? So ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಒಮ್ಮೆ. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ. When such ESOP shares, happy birthday later. And special cake ಏನೋ ಬಂತು ನಮಗೂ. So when such ESOP shares, ದಿವ್ಯಾ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಳೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ. So when such ESOP shares are sold to RMRs in RSC, recognized stock exchange ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಬಂದು RSC, then apply section 112 capital A. Rahul, good question. 112 capital A, because RSC and sale you would have paid STT, right side. If sold off market, andre stock market alalla, friends ಗೆ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. Off market, then apply 20% under section 112. 20% under section 112, after indexing. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? So connect left with right for long term. Long term ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, short term ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ different rule. 111A ಅಥವಾ okay, long term. Below that, if short term 111A 15% / normal income respective. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಆಫ್ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೈವೇಟ್ ಲಿಮಿಟೆಡ್ ಕಂಪನಿ ಶೇರ್ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್. Shall we continue, Baba? Next point, 49 within the brackets 4. Capital gain ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ 5 ನಿಮಿಷ. 49(4) is what? When 56(2)(10) is attracted, 56 subsection 2(10) gift income. ಈ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವರು ಕಾಪಾಡಬೇಕು ನನ್ನನ್ನ ನಿಮ್ಮಿಂದ. 56(2)(10), 56 subsection 2 which is the bracket X is at gift income is attracted. Then cost to the donee, ಸಾಕ್ಷಿ ಅಲ್ಲ donee, is equal to entire stamp value bar FME. Entire stamp value bar FME considered for gift income. Yeah. Example, Teju gifted jewelry of FMV 40 lakh to her BF. Best friend kane ನೀನು ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ
ಅದನ್ನೇ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಸರ್. ನೀವೇನ
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ ಐನಾ. ಸೊ
ನೀವೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್? ನಾನೇನೋ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಸರ್?
ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು MS ಸೈಕಾಲಜಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್. ಯಾ, ಸೊ ಅವಳು ಬಾಯ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೊ ಟು BF gifted what is the jewelry of FMV 40 lakh to boyfriend. Jokes alla by collecting 60 lakh. I know, better very stupid language. So by okay, that's what girls will obviously do. Jewelry ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ? ಯಜಮಾನರು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅನಗ ಗಂಡನ್ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕಣಮ್ಮ, ಜ್ಯುವೆಲ್ರಿ ಯಾರು ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ ಹುಡುಗಿರು ಅನಗ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್. ದೀಪಾಗಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳು, ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ. ಈಗ ಏನದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಾರಿದು ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. Exactly, that's what she said. I know. That we'll discuss in detail later. Yeah, Aman sir costing a little about. So, Ishtama, so by gifting at what fair market value 40 lakh. Understood? That's 40 lakh. Below that. BF subsequently sells. BF subsequently sells the same Chandan at what? 65 lakh. Rahul Bagani yochane ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. You could tell 65 lakh. Below that. For 2 hours. For BF. That's it. Gift income 40 lakh. Boyfriend is not a relative. ನಾನು ಬೇಕಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ husband is a relative. Boyfriend is not a relative. Girlfriend is not a relative. Right side. When sold, 65 minus 40, 25 lakh. So cost is 40 lakh. Next, 49 which is the bracket 9. Already head agide. Entire FMV offered under 2860. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ದೇವರಿಗೆ? So we're discussing about this. 46 we discussed yesterday. 46 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರಿ 222 ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಾ? 222E ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ನೀವು, 222C ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡೆ. 1034 what is 247? Transfer section 47 transfer by a big partition HF tigala kata whatever. Computation, this is important. Previous year 21 22 280 100. So ಇದು ಬೇಡ 1920 strike up ಮಾಡಿ ತೆಗೆಯಮ್ಮ ರಶ್ಮಿ 21 22 317. Before 1410, just one I said, actual cost of fair market whichever is higher. For LBB, fair market value not to exceed stamp value. Okay, all improvement present or past minus ignore ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Computation mechanism illiದೆ. There are 7 proviso to section 48. So first is non-resident may not be relevant. Indian company share sale ಮಾಡಾಗ everything in the foreign currency ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Final foreign currency capital gain ಅನ್ನ TT buying ಮಾಡಿ ಮಂತ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು just ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. By chance ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರೆ 1 mark ಗೆ indexation is must for LTCA mark long term capital gain. 112 indexation ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. No indexation for bonds. ಸರಿ ಮಾಡಮ್ಮ ರಶ್ಮಿ. Bonds or debentures unless they are capital index bonds ಅಥವಾ sovereign gold bonds. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ indexation ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಕೊಡೆ ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ಷಾ. No indexation. No index ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಸಮ್ಮರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ. No indexation. 1 by 1 small a STCA, small b LTCA of 112 capital A. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ indexation ಇಲ್ಲ. Next, bonds and debentures. Bracket except capital indexed and sovereign gold bonds. Except capital indexed and sovereign gold bonds. Next, for non-resident Indian company shares or debentures. Next, net worth under 50B 50B slump sale ಮಾಡುವ ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೂ ಇಂಡೆಕ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇದನ್ಯಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾಡದೆ? So then the 6th proviso, when you gift ESOP, fair market itself is a sale value. STT ಗೆ deduction ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. 49 is just now I give. 50 58 business income ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋಣ. 50B slump sale is very important. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರೆ refer class problem. Class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನೀವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ. ಮೇಬಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. Extremely important slump sale. 50C we discussed. 51 is what? Advance money forfeited. If it is before 1/4/2014, it is always reduced from cost of liquidation. Whereas after 2014, if negotiation fails, then it is income from other source. Otherwise, you should reduce from the present SSC's cost matra. Make a circle for present SSC. Capital gain, beautiful table. You may note so LTCG on residential house property, invest. One residential property, only one time in once in lifetime option, maximum 2 crores. Then purchase time limit ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. 54B is agriculture land, D is land building, 54F is other than RHP but invested in RHP. ಯಾವುದು net sale consideration. 54EC land building or both. So you have to invest in what you call any bonds which are redeemable after 5 years. So it should not be converted to money in any form. 4 bonds alliде. ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ bonds? NHAI, Indian Railway Finance Corporation, NHAL ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. NHAL, RECL ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದು IFC, IRFC Power Finance Corporation. ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ 50 lakh and ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, 54EC ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಜನರೇಟೆಡ್ ಗುಡ್ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ವಿಸಿಷನ್ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ನೀನ್ 111 112 ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನೀಗ. ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ 15%, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಾದರಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾವಿಷನ್ ಪಕ್ಕ ಬರೀ. ಫಾರ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. ಫಾರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್, refer grandfathering provision. ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 55 ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ AC. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀರಲ್ರೋ? 55 ಸಬ್ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ 2 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ AC. ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಬರೆಸಿದ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಎಲ್ರು. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ 2018, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ being equity shares EOF in its business trust, if it's sold in the stock market, it was exempt under 1038. But suddenly when Arun Jaitley was the finance minister, the great Arun Jaitley, he wanted, because everybody is paying huge tax, but these people are not paying the tax for profit. He wanted to introduce the tax. But suddenly, if you introduce the tax, what happens? So stock market full up and down. That's what he did intelligently. 1st February 2018 budget. 1st February 2018. He said any accumulation of the income up to 31st January 2018 is exempt. So what he said, so any shares which are being sold up to 31st March 2018 ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. In your February budget ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So he said 2 more months exempted. If you sell afterwards, so you increase the cost of acquisition in such a way that whatever is the accumulation of the income up to 31st January 2018 should not be taxed. This is called grandfathering provision. ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Grandfathering provisions under section 55 subsection 2 in one more bracket AC. 55 subsection 2 in the bracket AC. Right? For 3 special kinds of, for 3 special category of, long-term securities. Long-term securities being ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಿ, ಎತ್ತರದಿದೆ. listed dash, listed and subject to STT. ಇವತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Listed and subject to equity shares, EOF units. Next, units of business trust. Units of business trust. Regular notes are beautiful agide. Since many of you looking blank, mana bari only for 120 long term ಅಂತ already ಹೇಳಿರಬೇಕು. 120 bari 2 hours acquired before 1st February, ಅದು date, budget date, acquired before 1st February 2018. ಇದು grandfathering provision ಅಂತೀವಿ. Right side ಇದು ಮುಗಿಸ್ಬಿಡಿ. After 1st February 2018 actual cost. ಅದರ ನಂತರ whatever cost you paid, tell the cost. ಅಕ್ಷತಾ ಜೀವಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತೇನಮ್ಮ? Acquired after 1st February 2018 actual cost. Definitely, before one first of 2018, 2 RMRs. Important. Bharat exam. Actual cost or right side only 2 RMRs. Almost similar to that 1401 concept. FMB as on 31st January 2018. Or actual sale value, whichever is less. That figure with actual cost, whichever is higher. So cost and ratio, cost is actual cost, actual, or FMB on 31st January 18 or actual sale value, whichever is less ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, which is there. ಇದರ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿ pencil ಅಲ್ಲಿ similar to stamp value for LBB before 1401. Similar alva? Actual cost or FMB or stamp value. You write Infi equity shares purchased on 10th January 2016 for 20 lakh. 20 lakh. 10th January 2016 for 20 lakh. FMB as on 31st January 18, 30 lakh. Sold at 34 lakh. Confusion ಆದ್ರೂ ಲೈನ್ ಹೊಡೆಯಲ್ಲ. So DOA, it is date of acquisition. What is the amount you purchase it? 20 lakh?
Yes, sir.
31st January 2018. Yesterday, fair market value.
30 lakh.
30 lakh. Sold is a line
34 lakh.
34 lakh.
So actually you make a profit of 34 minus 20, but they say up to here any accumulation cannot be taxed because it is exempted. How to make it exempted? Suppose a formula by heart agilla andru ita line nodiri 20 to 30 agittu 30 agodu exemption ittu ನೀವು ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ that's why up to 30 exemption ಆಗುತ್ತೆ 4 lakh will be taxable. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? ಪ್ರತೀಕ್ಷ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ 20 to 30, right? 10 lakh not to be taxed. 30 to 34 to be taxed. ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಲ್ಲಿ actual cost is 4 lakh 2 RMRs. Left side is amount straight up 20
lakh.
Only for 120 or right side 2 RMRs. 30 or 34 whichever is less ಇದು ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ
Yes, sir.
ಯಾ 30 or 30 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ 30 20 or 30 whichever is higher ಎಷ್ಟು
30 lakh.
30 LTCG is equal to 34 minus sale value 34 minus 34 lakh. So beautiful. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ Rismi? Everybody understood? Right. So this is a special provision. Don't forget. This is a normal. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿತ್ತು UIF ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಲಿಟ್ಲ್ ವರಿಡ್ ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಿಡೋದು ಯಾವ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ right under 112 capital A and 111A 111A 112 capital A and 111 capital A. Payment of STT. To RMRs. Right. On equity shares, on equity shares, it is a must, important point, it is must on purchase and sale. Purchase and sale. Right side on UIF unit and business trust. UIF unit and business trust. It is must only on sale, transfer. Purchase ಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಕೇಳ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀರಾ ಸರ್?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So completely below that, for IFSC, International Financial Service Center, such STT condition, NA. International Financial Service Center Stock Exchange ಇದ್ರೆ such STT condition ಇಲ್ಲ, STT ನೇ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So Ali, can you repeat that interest for 111 112 just 111 strike up ಮಾಡಿ ಮೇಲೆ 112 ಮಾತ್ರ ಸರ್. ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ 112? So if it is equity share, purchase ಗೂ ಸೇಲ್ ಗೂ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ STT ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Whereas UIF unit and business ಗೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸಾಕು STT. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. I thought of combining, but 111 is small point difference ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಿ. For 111 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ 111 112 ಅಲ್ಲ, ಓನ್ಲಿ 112. For 111 STCG, STT must only on sale. Purchase ಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. STT must only on sale for all the three. ಮೂರಕ್ಕೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸೇಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ತ್ರೀ. ಸೊ ಸೇಲ್ಗೆ 112 111 ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ ಮಸ್ಟ್. 112 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಗೂ ಬೇಕು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಇಕ್ವಿಟಿ ಶೇರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಲೋ ದಟ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್ or STT 2 hour marks. Easy ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. STT 2 hour marks. On sale must for 111 and 112. Correct? 111 and 112. Right side. On purchase only for 112 equity shares. 112 equity UIF units ಗೆಲ್ಲ ಬೇಡ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇದೆಲ್ಲ MCQ ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಓಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೀಪ್ ಆಗೋದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇದಾಯ್ತು. ದೆನ್ 1037 ಓಕೆ, ನಾನ್ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಎಕ್ವಿಷನ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ RBI ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸೆಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಗೇನ್ ಒಂದು RTP ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಎಸ್ಟರ್ಡೇ. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ again you have to come back. Question number 11. Question number 11. ಓದಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 11 ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಎ ಮಿನಿಟ್. ಕ್ವಶನ್ 11 ಓದಮ್ಮ. ಇದು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ maybe around 4:30 only we'll meet after. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಈಸಿ ಇದೆ ಇದು, ಓದಮ್ಮ ಕ್ವಿಕ್.
Mr. Ramesh, a property dealer has developed an independent floor of 4
underline property dealer. That means for him it is a stock in trade. Alva, property developer, independent floor of 4 residential units.
He sold one of its residential units to Mr. Vikas, who is a dealer in spare parts, for rupees 55 lakhs on 1st June 2021. The agreement was, however, entered into on 1st April 2021. Mr. Ramesh had received a down payment of rupees 5 lakh by an account payee check from Mr. Vikas on the date of agreement.
So there's a condition saying that suppose date of agreement and date of registration are not same, then stamp value to be considered is on the date of agreement. If you have received at least some amount otherwise than by cash, so account pay check on or before the date of agreement. On condition is there. Next.
Mr. Ramesh sold remaining 3 residential units to Mr. Raj, Mr. Ashok, and Mr. Ashish for rupees 60 lakhs each on 1st December 21. All the units were transferred.
Yeah, all the transferred by a first time allotment. So real estate date note kodi 1st April to 30th June. Here the 3 months all kade. Very important.
The stamp duty value of each residential unit on various dates are as follows. 1st April 21, 65 lakhs. 1st June 21, 68 lakh. 1st December 21, 70 lakh.
Our point you cannot miss. This is the beauty of this kind of questions of late. Very question number 11. Question number 11. Mr. Ramesh, property dealer. Property dealer. Section 43 CA. Attracted. 43 CA attracted. Dash. 2 RMRs. First time allotment of residential unit. First time allotment of residential unit. Definitely. And I guess the previous notes kote along. Yeah. Between 12th November. 12th November is 1 month before you sell birthday. 12th December, you are the marriage anniversary. So 12th November 2020, 1 month before that, 12th December, 12th November 2020 to 30th June 21. Nimma 3 months. Here is the important question. Honestly, I have not seen the question. Just think about that. 30th June 21. Consider 120%. 120% residential unit first time allotment, 120% of actual sale value. Within the bracket, only for 43 CA. If you are a real estate businessman, 43 CA slash 56,210. Move section related to that. Within one more bracket, 120% never applicable for 50C. That is applicable illa. You will agree? Understood, Baba? Yeah. Right side, for all the transactions, 110%. The stories of detail are next line. Further, when date of registration of sale deed and date of agreement are not same. Date of agreement are not same. Beautiful demand, regular notes are 3 arrow mark. LB related 3 special points on the okay. So not same. Then consider stamp value. At least now what we are telling you are able to recall and retain. Yeah. Consider stamp value as on DOA itself, date of agreement. If some consideration, some even 1 rupee also okay. Some consideration was received on or before DOA. On or before DOA through digital means. Digital means ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಏನು ಮಗುಡೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ನಿತನ್ಯ ಪಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ. So digital means say account pay check, account pay draft or ECS. This is what digital means. Understood, Baba? So in the given case, hence consider 65 lakh instead of 68 lakh. I can receive again. Notice yeah. Consider 65 lakh. 65 lakh is on the date of agreement. Whereas the sold or date 16. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀರಾ ದೇವರು?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful
Yes, sir.
problem. 65 lakh instead of 68 lakh for unit 1. Unit 1. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಖಾಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸಿಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Therefore, sale value 2 RMS for unit 1. Actual sale value 55 lakh. lakh. 120% applicable because it is between 1/4/21 to 30 June 21. Beautiful mathematical question. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 120% applicable since it is between April 21 to June 21. 55 lakh into 120%. ಎಷ್ಟು?
66 lakh.
66 lakh.
Stack. But stamp value is 65 lakh. Stamp value on 1/4/21. 65 lakh. Therefore, sale value is equal to 55 lakh itself. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರೀರಿ. For such first time allotment of residential unit, ನಿಮ್ಮ previous year 3 months ಇರುತ್ತೆ. First time allotment of residential unit 12th November 2020 to 30th June 21. Small a, consider 120%. Small b, stamp value as on 1/4/2021. Since digital advance is satisfied. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಆನ್ ಆರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ ಅಗ್ರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ವೇಟ್ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ನೀವು 1st April 21 ಬದಲು ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಆನ್ 1st June 21 68 lakh ಇದೆ. 68 lakh ಇದೆ ಅಬೌವ್ 66 lakh ಎಕ್ಕೂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? ಸೊ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಹಸುವಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? 1/4/2021 ಇಂದ 30th June 21 Aditi Rao. First point is 120% applicable. First. So 55 lakh 120% kitna aata hai? 66 lakh aata hai. Now the question is, should I compare with the 65 or 68? You will compare with 65 because the second condition is also satisfied. समझ में आ गया? So below that divide. No sir, 55 lakh into 120%. 55 lakh into 120%, not 110%. If you are not aware of this law, one case is a very dangerous question. I am expecting this question. 66 lakh, 2 hours. Compare with the 65 lakh on 1/4/21. Right side, and not with the 68 lakh on 68 lakh on yawaga
1st June.
1st June 21. ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರೀಡು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ everybody can do.
Yes.
So ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಫಾರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಫಾರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಯಾರು, ರಮೇಶ್, ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ 55 lakh. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಫಾರ್ ಬೈಯರ್ gift income under 56(2)(10) is nil. ಯಾಕೆ? Here also 56(2)(10) is not applicable. 120% apply since 120% is applicable for 43 CA and 56(2)(10). ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. 56 is important. Beautiful ಆಗಿದೆ. 43 CA ಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ 56 to 10 ಗೆ ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ 120% applicable in this case. So it is within 120%. So I am safe for 43 CA. By chance, if it is not a real estate dealer, first word nature of business ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 110% is only applicable for 56. Make important mark. Go through it maybe after the break again ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ? Next right side. Other 3 units. It again real estate business. Other 3 units. 3 units. Sold to 3 different parties. Sold to daughter Raj, Ashok, and Ashish. On 1st December 21. 1st December 21. Right? Underline for December, only 110% is applicable. ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Below that, 60 lakh. 60 lakh into 110%, 66 lakh. But stamp value on 1st December 21, 70 lakh. Therefore, 2 RMs. For seller, Yaro, because for seller Ramesh, sale value under 43 CA. 43 CA. Actual sale value 60 or stamp value 70, whichever is higher. 110%. Beautiful question is go through once more. 60 lakh or 70 lakh, whichever is higher, 70 lakh. 66 lakh is the kammi idre, it's not applicable. It just is. Therefore, that is 70 lakh into 3 units, 110 lakh. Next, for in the hands of buyers, gift income is equal to stamp value minus Z. Gift income under 56 to 10. Stamp value minus Z. 70 lakh minus
60 lakh.
60 lakh is equal to 10 lakh each. 10 lakh each for 3 different assets. Extremely beautiful question. 100% expected question. 99% I can say. Innonsala ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. 3 months, first 3 months, property developer ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದೆ. First 3 months if you sell of the previous year, 120% applicable. 120% ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ you consider stamp value. Otherwise you stop at sale value. Whereas if it is after that 110% applicable, if it is more than 110%, then you have to do that. 60 lakh into 110%, 66, but the stamp value is 70 lakh. That means you are attracted to 110%, 60 or 70, whichever is higher. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರೀ under LBB and Beejar has, gift income arises on purchase itself. On purchase itself. Question Anna, maybe immediately after having lunch, go through it. If any issue is there, because caps metal, regular metal is beautiful chart is starting 224 of only 3 important. Go through Madi. If there is any issue, next session I will take care of it. Okay? Right. So on small head links bit, then I'll take it back. Income from other source 56, 57, 58, 59. Similar to business income. 56 talks about the charging section. 56 subsection 2. Following are always other source. 56.21 dividend income, lottery income, casual income. 56.210 gift income, advance money for PTD if it is what you call not covered under section 51, etc. 56.1 says any other income which is not covered under earlier 4 heads of income, which is not exempted, income from other source. 57 deductions are available. Family pension here 1/3 or 15,000. Mr. X receives salary. Dash your salary. Happy birthday, Chitra. Salary. Standard action for the 50,000. In birthday wish number. That's better. 50,000. Next. Mr. X pension. Mr. X pension. Dash your salary. Ditto 50,000. Mr. X commuted pension. Commuted pension dash your taxable portion is there. Taxable portion is salary again. Ditto. Once it comes under salary, 50,000. Different income. Mrs. X. Family pension. Mr. X got a card. Mrs. X is family pension. IFOS. Deduction is 1/3 or 1/5. 15,000 WAF, whichever is less. But the other source only 40 capital A ditto apply business income about 10,000 rupees cash quote fully disallowed. Payment related unreasonable disallowed. 40A 1A DDS model same provision is 57. Interest payable outside India, salary payable outside without interest, fully disallowed. 58, that's what it says. 59 is deemed profit under 41(1), ditto provision, which we'll be discussing under business income. Other sources on the theory glance money, so that I can be reasonably comfortable when I go to the other source only. Open business income model, received charging section. 56(2) dividend casual income 56(2)B the special 7B X company in a model which issues shares. Issue price is greater than fair market value. Issue price when fair market value will be considered a gift income. Advance money for Predaito, BJ plus budget, gift income we'll discuss again in the evening. Next, this is what on special provision as far as deduction is concerned. 1/3 or 15,000 whichever less. Then interest income, mutual fund interest ಏನಪ್ಪಾ 20% ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Important highlight ಮಾಡಿ. Mutual fund 1023D is nothing but mutual fund. Mutual fund income dividend 20% ಮಾತ್ರ deduction ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. Expense not deductible, interest payable outside India, personal expenses 40 capital A, then casual income can see 40 A, deemed income 40. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸರಿ ತಿನ್ನಿ, ತುಂಬಾ ತಿನ್ಬೇಡಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿನ್ನಿ, ಓದಿ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಶಾರ್ಪ್ 4:30. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.